career in digital marketing. Digital marketing skills are massively in demand as a great many brands now need help with things like SEO, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, copywriting, and content marketing. With the marketing knowledge you'll gain on this course, you'll be in a great position to go out and start getting your very first clients. All you need now is a good strategy for obtaining that elusive initial success as a digital marketer. In this video, we've outlined the most effective actions you can take to secure your first paid digital marketing assignment if you want to work as an SEO consultant, Facebook or Instagram ads consultant, content creator, copywriter, or in other related roles. Whether you're seeking your first SEO gig, want to carve out a successful career as a Facebook ads consultant, or just need to get your foot in the door in media, if you follow our advice, you will quickly achieve rapid success in the lucrative field of digital marketing. Your first digital marketing job. Digital marketing is a highly competitive sector, but don't let this discourage you. Marketing newbies land their first jobs in the industry every single day. It helps to have a specialism if you're looking to get hired for the first time by a marketing company or agency. So to find your niche, just try focusing on your passion. What do you enjoy doing and what do you do well? You could enjoy crafting authentic brands for independent health and wellness companies, helping tech startups grow, creating content marketing strategies for e-commerce fashion stores, or almost anything else you can think of, providing it's niche enough so you can clearly position yourself as an expert. One other way to niche down is to upskill in a role. Do you hold specific skills in technical SEO, Facebook advertising, or email marketing? If not, can you obtain them? Focusing on a specialism enables you to offer more than most digital marketers hunting for their first job, so you'll be in greater demand from employers. To get your first marketing gig, you may have to utilize the connections you've already made. Marketing is all about trust, but when you don't have any experience, often the only people who are willing to take a chance on you are the people that you already know. So reach out to your family, friends, and anyone else you know and just ask them if they need your skills. Cultivating professional relationships is incredibly important if you want to get ahead in marketing, as they can lead to lucrative future opportunities. As well as making use of your immediate circle, you should be reaching out continuously to try and expand your network too. To win people's trust and therefore increase your marketing opportunities, you first need to build credibility. To do this, you need to start showing up publicly in as many places as you can. A great way to do this is by starting a blog about your industry or niche or a specific topic related to your skill set. If you can provide smart analysis, explainers, or hot takes on a specific topic, your blog can act as a magnet for employers and customers, as it will give them a way to review what you can offer. Another way of being visible publicly is to create a regular podcast or video series covering your niche. If you're a copywriter, you could also consider getting an article to rank highly on Google, so it appears first in the search results. You could also do this with video or audio by optimizing your YouTube or other platforms' metadata and promoting your content on Twitter or Facebook, or getting it mentioned on a site with many visitors. Lastly, don't forget you will have to be proactive to break through in digital marketing. In fact, your ideal marketing job may not even exist until you create it. It sounds strange, but by taking the initiative and contacting companies to offer your skill set, you could land your first position without ever having had to respond to a job ad. If you want to make speculative applications, do your research on the company, hunt down the right person to reach out to, and then pitch your skills by telling them what you can do for their brand. Maximize your media career. If you aspire to breaking into the media, there are many diverse roles you can take depending on your skill set, passion, and whether you want to work for yourself or for a company. From journalism to photography, blogging, and videography, your options are plentiful, though it's best to pick one area to focus on so you can find a niche that will help you stand out. Networking and reputation are everything when it comes to carving out a successful media career. It's true what they say, in media you really are nothing without your audience. But how do you obtain a large following, receive many views for your viral videos, or get your work published in prestigious publications? If you want to go down the traditional route, you could consider applying for one of the many media internships advertised each year on sites like LinkedIn, internships.com, or gap360.com. Though you likely won't get paid, an internship at a prestigious publication or brand can be an invaluable way of making the contacts you need and gaining valuable experience that will look impressive on your resume. Internship lengths can range from 6 weeks to a year or more, so you don't necessarily have to commit for an extensive period. So can you offer something extra like social media savvy or digital marketing skills? If so, you should mention this on your internship application, as it's much more likely that you're going to stand out from all the other applicants. Alternatively, you might prefer going it alone, trying to build a successful blog or YouTube channel, develop your reputation as a motivational coach, or expand your portfolio as a photographer. If you want to work for yourself in the media, there are many benefits, including being able to set your own rates, choosing the assignments you want to take, and working when you want to. Remember though, a freelance career in media can be lucrative in the end, but you will need to put in a lot of work initially. If you're struggling for views or readers, consider guest posting on a regular blog or asking a YouTube channel in your niche if they'd like to interview you or have you do a segment on a subject that their audience is interested in. Pitch your idea in a brief email, just clearly outlining the benefits for their audience. Let them know exactly why they should host you and tell them what the readers or viewers will learn. This way, you're offering real value rather than just piggybacking on the channel or blog's popularity by asking for free promotion for your book, course, or product. If you want to break into media, it helps to get your name out there, ideally mentioned on as many high authority websites as possible. It can be hard to do this when you're first starting out, so making use of sites that connect journalists with sources can be an excellent way to get free publicity. Try signing up to sites like helpareporterout.com and apply to relevant postings where you can pitch to reporters who can post asking for expert input for an article or program. You could be an expert on almost any subject or even on multiple subjects from SEO to fashion, travel, or tech, as there's a broad range of assignments posted every day. So Help a Reporter Out is great, as not only does it have a huge user base of journalists, it gives you an opportunity to use some of the skills you already possess while you're building up your rep. Cutting through as a copywriter. So over the past decade, there's been a huge surge in demand for copywriters as more and more brands require well-written content to sell their products or services online. So SEO is a huge factor behind this increase, and writers who have strong skills in this area will have a competitive edge. There are lots of different areas where copywriting skills are needed, from more traditional roles like direct mail campaigns and script writing to online content positions such as web editors, SEO copywriters, and content managers. The online market is where the biggest demand and vacancies lies and is where you should focus your efforts to start with if you're looking to build a copywriting career. Expect to work hard, especially at first. You need to build up your portfolio, clients, and reputation, particularly if you want to thrive as a successful freelance copywriter. So working for content mill sites such as elance.com and People Per Hour can be a great way to do this. Though at the beginning, pay won't be great. So don't forget blogging either, as you can use your blog to show off your skill set, but remember to post regularly, as consistency is key. When applying for copywriting vacancies, if you're going in cold, ask if a company has any existing roles. Take time to find out some extra details at first. This is important whether you're applying for a one-off freelance gig or a regular ongoing contract position. Editors really appreciate the personal touch, and you can easily find out the editorial department's contact details on the web from their site, including the head of the department's name. This is who you should be sending your application to 99% of the time. If you can't find the information you need, just pick up the phone and ask who to send a speculative application to. It really will make a big difference when it comes to the company's impression of you. Always remember to include links to any published content you've worked on when you make your application. Don't overstuff. If you have a lot of links, just select the most impressive sites your copy has appeared on. If you want to work for a company as opposed to going freelance, research the brand first before taking the plunge and applying. Follow them on social media, especially LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter, and visit their website or blog so you get a flavor of the content style and tone they prefer. Twitter can be great for discovering new copywriting vacancies. Check out accounts like WriteJob and ProBlogger, as they post freelance and remote working contract opportunities regularly. Succeeding as a freelance copywriter requires mastering some fundamentals. It goes without saying that your spelling and grammar should be impeccable, though if you do need a little extra help, software like Grammarly can be a writer's best buddy. Before you send off any job application or CV for a copywriting job, check and check again to make sure that what you have written has been thoroughly proofread. If you skip this essential step, it's almost guaranteed your application won't even make it past the first stage. If you don't have much prior published work, offer to write a free test piece so the company can preview your ability. You only need to do this while you're building reputation, portfolio, and feedbacks. And although you won't get paid for it, it's still a great way to just get your foot in the door. Consider focusing on a niche to maximize your demand. Though you can be a jack of all trades, if you pick a copywriting niche and build a reputation for producing great content within it, you'll not only be cutting out a lot of your competition, but you'll also be able to command a higher fee. So your niche can be a topic that you're passionate about, like tech, a subject you know a lot about, such as real estate, or something that you're qualified in, like law, or an area you have a lot of experience in, like marketing or SEO. Secure your first SEO job. So a career in SEO is a great way to secure a well-paying job where your skill set will be continually in demand as the way we do business becomes more digitally focused. Another good thing about working in the SEO sector is that you don't need a degree for over 64% of all vacancies advertised, as employers are frequently looking for hands-on experience instead. If you possess practical experience optimizing websites in the real world, emphasize this on your CV. So what skills do recruiters look for when they're looking to hire for an SEO career? The most popular skills sought after are marketing, content creation, and search, as well as the ability to use SEO analytics, data, and tools. Over 63% of all SEO jobs advertised look for candidates with experience using specific tools. The tools in highest demand are Google Analytics, SEMrush, Google Search Console, Moz, Ahrefs, and Screaming Frog. When you're looking to get hired for an SEO position, you should be looking to develop at least some of these skills, and you should try to gain experience working with the most popular SEO tools. If you already have experience in these areas, make sure you highlight this when you're applying for a vacancy. The industries where you are most likely to get hired for an SEO role are advertising and marketing, staffing and outsourcing, internet, IT, publishing, and enterprise software. So it's a great idea to start your job search in at least one of these sectors. Do you know how to code? If so, you could be in great demand within the SEO sector. Research has demonstrated that SEOs who can code get paid more than those who can't and enjoy an average salary that's 7.3% higher. The most in-demand programming languages employers look for when looking to hire for an SEO role are HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Go, SQL, and PHP. Even if you don't have technical skills, you can still find a role in the SEO industry, as only 22.9% of all SEO vacancies advertised are for a technical role like SEO analyst. Over 77% of employers looking to fill an SEO vacancy are seeking applicants with strong non-technical abilities such as SEO strategists, managers, and content creators. Another important thing to do when looking for an SEO-based role is to ensure your LinkedIn profile is optimized. To do this, you should be using the terms SEO recruiters search for the most, as this will help potential employers find you. Prospective employers will also consider you a better fit for their vacancy if your profile matches the job criteria that they're looking for. So, what terms do employers search for on LinkedIn when they're looking to hire? According to backlinko.com, the top skills employers looking to fill an SEO vacancy search for are manager, specialist, marketing, analyst, content, digital, strategist, technical, remote, SEM, writer, director, SR, web, PPC, intern, executive, account, role, associate, expert, media, head, consultant, and sales. Make sure you include at least some of these terms when it comes to filling out your LinkedIn profile or your profile on other job search or networking sites. Finding work as a Facebook ads consultant. If you know how to set up, optimize, and manage Facebook ads and understand when and where to use the different types of Facebook ad campaigns, You can build a career as a Facebook ads consultant, whether you want to work freelance or for a company. If you can do well and can successfully generate leads, it's not uncommon to start charging upwards of $1,000 a month per client. So where should you start looking to land your first client? Sites like Upwork.com and Guru.com are great places to look for vacancies or to advertise your consultant services, especially when you're trying to land your first client and don't have much experience. You should also try offering your services to businesses in your local area. This works particularly well if you can build up a relationship first before you approach to ask if they need any help with their online promotions. Consider mining your existing personal relationships. Is there anyone you know who has a business? If so, just ask them if they need help getting more custom. If they answer yes, offer to set up and run their Facebook ads marketing campaign for them, and bingo, you've just landed your first client. It's a great idea to ask in your immediate circle when you first get going, as this can really help with word of mouth too, which is an invaluable way to build your brand reputation. If you're searching for work as a Facebook ads consultant, don't forget LinkedIn and of course Facebook, as companies use both these sites to find Facebook ad specialists who can help them boost their profile. Make it clear that you have specific skills in the relevant types of Facebook ads you'll be covering, such as dynamic ads, reach ads, carousel ads, etc. You should also set up a basic but professional looking website that clearly outlines the services you offer, along with a well-written bio and a contact form. Ensure your SEO and metadata are optimized and use tools like Moz.com to find the keywords people use to search when they're looking for Facebook ads consultants. Of course, if you have the time and you want to drive more traffic to your ads consultant website, you could start a blog positioning yourself as a Facebook ads expert. You can cross-post on your articles on social media, use them as content to increase your profile and following there. This is a great way to grow your network without having to spend double the amount of time creating new social posts. If you have content creation skills, you can offer your Facebook ad consultancy services as an add-on, or the other way around, as the two do go hand in hand. Many people need help finding more customers and don't know how to use Facebook ads, but they often also need great content for those ads, as that's a big part of converting click-throughs to customers. Landing your first Instagram ads client. If you're trying to build a career as a freelance Instagram ad consultant or secure your first contract, the site itself is a great place to start your search. Recent research discovered that content on Instagram generates 58 times more engagement per follower than Facebook and 120 times more engagement than Twitter. Instagram isn't the first platform people think of when it comes to networking, which means you won't be fighting off the competition like on overstuffed sites such as LinkedIn. Another bonus of using Instagram to reach out is that networking via the site comes off as more natural than on other sites dedicated to networking. On LinkedIn, people's inboxes are just flooded with the same generic intro messages, but when you send a networking message on Insta, you immediately stand out. If you want to capitalize on your Instagram ads knowledge on Instagram, there are some things you should do to ensure you land that first gig. So number 1, polish up your profile. Before you reach out to anyone, you need to ensure your Instagram account looks professional. Ideally, it should also show that you're a real person with a real life and should display a little of your natural personality. When you connect with someone, they will often look at your profile first, so this step's important. Your bio should give some background info, including your current role, interests, and specialism. Keep most of your posts highly relevant to your professional persona. Number 2, hashtag everything. Hashtag all your posts using multiple trending hashtags for your niche. You can find what these are by using the Explore page to monitor trending content, or use filter results from the drop-down menu to pull up the keyword tool that will display the popularity of the hashtags you enter. Number 3, follow the right people. To maximize your networking opportunities on Instagram and therefore up your chances of getting a job, you need to be following influencers in your niche. But you should also be following the types of people who might need your services, such as solo startups and small businesses. Number 4, stay up to date with industry news and trends. So follow industry leaders to find new people to learn from and to connect with. This will give you handy talking points when it comes to conversing with clients or employers. Number 5, get stuck in. Don't be a lurker. To get ahead on Instagram, you must get active and involved. Engage with the influencers, potential clients, and employers by liking, commenting, and messaging. Give your take on a hot conversation happening in the comments section. Follow up on posts by sending relevant private messages, and swipe up and reply to an Instagram story with snappy responses that make people take notice. If you do this regularly, you'll find you're starting conversations with all the right people, which will help massively when it comes to finding your first client. As well as using Instagram to market yourself as an Instagram ads consultant, sites like Upwork.com and Freelancer.com frequently post vacancies requiring Instagram marketers. It's worth creating an account at one or two of these types of freelancing sites, even if you're looking for a more permanent role, as you can find many different types of positions advertised. Have a look at what employers are seeking when they advertise for Instagram ads consultants. Then use these phrases on your profile to describe your relevant skill set. Stand out on freelance and job search sites. Freelance sites like peopleperhour.com and Fiverr.com can be a great way to get your freelancing career off to a flying start, though at first the amount you earn may be limited. Once you build up your experience and feedbacks though, you can easily start charging more as you'll be able to prove your abilities. If you have an aptitude for your niche, be it copywriting, SEO, marketing with Facebook ads, or anything else, it's relatively easy to just work your way up the ladder if you're willing to put in some work. One of the plus points of using these types of freelance sites is that you can accept the jobs you want, when you want, particularly when your options expand as you receive better ratings. If you don't want to complete a job, you don't have to agree to take the work, or you can just avoid pitching for it in the first place. When you create your account, make sure you fully complete your profile and display samples of your prior published work in your portfolio space. Both Fiverr and People Per Hour offer the space to showcase your work, and in slightly different ways. People Per Hour has a defined portfolio section, while Fiverr offers you the chance to feature work when you post gigs. If you don't have prior work samples to display, consider creating some that show off what you can do. This is a little harder if you're not a copywriter or a web or graphic designer, as if you're a marketer or a Facebook ads consultant. You'll want to show off successful campaigns that you've already worked on. If you've already had any experience working with Facebook ads, even for your own company, you can take screenshots of your campaign statistics and just display them here. To land your first job on peopleperhour.com, you will need to pitch to potential customers who post jobs so they know you exist and consider using you to complete the job. Use the search function to find available jobs in your niche. Then apply, but read the employer's listed specifications first so you can tailor your pitch to suit. People Per Hour also offers an hourly gig feature, which allows you to post tailor-made packages of work time that people can instantly purchase to use for certain jobs. For instance, you could offer to complete a 500-word sales letter for £20. Or you could post an hourly gig that offers a logo design with 3 concepts and 1 revision for £25. On Fiverr, things work slightly differently. So though clients looking for freelancers do post jobs, which you can pitch for, the bulk of your customers will come from people who purchase your posted gigs. If you're a Fiverr seller, it's important to post as many different jobs as you can within your niche or your niches so you can appear more frequently in the search results. You also need to ensure you make your gig copy, graphics, and work samples as professional and attractive as possible. You'll have a huge advantage on Fiverr if you can show you have satisfied customers, so it's a good idea to start your gig fee off low to encourage more people to purchase and therefore leave you feedback. When you complete a job on People Per Hour or Fiverr, if your customer is happy with what you've done, always ask for feedback if they haven't left you a review. Reviews and customer testimonials are the key to building your business and expanding your earning power on sites like Fiverr and People Per Hour. If you want a more permanent role or don't want to go down the freelance route, Monster.com is a CV search site that focuses on your skill set and experience. You can find freelance jobs on Monster.com, but the emphasis is on permanent remote working or temporary contract jobs rather than the one-off gigs. To stand out on job search websites such as Monster.com, you need to ensure your CV and profile are the best they can be. List your relevant skills on your profile as well as any qualifications and experience you have gained in your industry. Employers on Monster.com will post vacancies you can directly apply to using a CV that you have already uploaded. So to maximize your opportunity of finding work, plan to apply for suitable jobs regularly until you build up a rota of regular clients. Employers also use sites like Monster to search out suitable candidates, and this is where keyword research can give you a competitive edge. Use the search function to check out the types of jobs you would like to land and analyze a good selection of ads to see what skills are in demand and what words you can use to describe them. If you have these skills, you can feature them on your monster profile and CV using the terminology employers use to find candidates in your niche. Polish up your resume and LinkedIn profile. Getting your CV right is super important when it comes to landing your first marketing job because as a marketer, you're supposed to be able to sell yourself, so your resume must reflect this. Because these days, many resumes are just scanned through an ATS, which is an applicant tracking system, you need to know how to pass this so you don't fall at the first obstacle. The trick is to tailor your CV to each job you're applying for. This doesn't mean you have to extensively rewrite your resume every time you reach out to a potential employer, but you will maximize your opportunities if you just adjust your CV to reflect the precise skills that your employer is searching for. In fact, a study found that 36% of employers said that they would just auto-reject a resume if they didn't feel that it had been customized for the advertised position. To tailor your CV to the vacancy you're applying for, first read the job ad thoroughly. Identify the marketing skills, requirements, and experience the employer is looking for. If you possess these abilities or have the relevant experience, take the keywords they used in the ad and incorporate them into your resume. Applicant tracking systems crawl resumes to check for the employer's indicated search specifics. So by adjusting your CV this way, you'll be giving yourself a much better chance of making the cut. To optimize your CV or LinkedIn profile, you should also check out LinkedIn profiles of people who already hold similar roles to see how they describe their skills, background, and experience. You can then use this knowledge to help describe your own skill set to make yourself more relevant and attractive to the right people. Use bullet points on your CV under each of your past positions to demonstrate the different skills you've used. So if you can't meet a certain requirement, but you know the employer is looking for a specific skill, mention the closest alternative ability that you possess. On a resume, optimize your content above the fold, as this is what employers will see first. Given that recruiters typically only spend 6 seconds scanning the average resume, you need to hit them hard from the off. First, always make sure your header is eye-catching and relevant to the role you're applying for. Then create a short and snappy summary of your career and skill set. This is your elevator pitch, which will quickly tell employers what you can bring to the table. Okay, here's an example of a good summary you could use on your LinkedIn profile or CV that would make employers sit up and pay attention. Digital marketer with over 3 years of experience in SEO content marketing. Boosted organic traffic for blah, blah, blah by an average of 200% and increased sales by 40% by overhauling their content marketing strategy. When you're creating a resume, go for chronological format that tells employers how you worked your way to where you are now. This is the format ATS systems favor the most, and it's also the cleanest, clearest, and easiest to understand. Use power words and action verbs on your CV and LinkedIn profile, not passive language. Employers like words like boosted, reduced, won, increased, not corporate waffle like oversaw or managed. Finally, make sure you've thoroughly proofread your CV or profile for spelling and grammar using spell check. If you need a little assistance, writers' tools like Grammarly can help. Thanks for watching, guys. So we hope you've enjoyed these tips on how to kickstart your digital marketing career. For maximum success, though, it's important that you immediately start applying our advice to land your first client. Our passion is helping our students obtain the results they desire, and we always strive to give every one of our students the latest, most helpful strategies for the best value possible. If you feel we've achieved this with this video, could you be our hero and leave us an honest review? Taking this action would really mean everything to us, and will also ensure that we can help creating and producing even more great value content. Until next time, stay prosperous, and thanks so much for watching.